Get a live replay at the start of that stream. Let's get. Where's my earbud? Hold on.
The Grand Marshal for today's race is about to give the command to get underway down at the head of the field. Let's listen in.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing.
No.
Can you not hear me? Oh yeah, we're good.
Aww.
Yeah. So, welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway, and today, for the Folds of Honor QuikTrip 500, Corey LaJoy on pole, Ross Chastain was outside. Trackhouse, both their cars in the top 3. And I think we're going to have a good one here today. So, as they come off turn number 4, the pace car will duck down onto the pit lane. They come to the start zone. It is lights out, and away we go here in Atlanta. As Corey LaJoy would make his run down to turn number 1, side by side now for second. LaJoy is clear of the field, and the racing was intense in practice. I don't think it's going to change in the race, but they are clean and green through 1 and 2. Here comes Daniel Suarez for the lead here early. Now Suarez up wide. Oh, it looks like Chastain might get the wall here. Yeah, he's in the fence off turn 4. We're going to wreck already!
Oh, it looked like Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch is the only car that ends up wrecked.
They're 3 wide up there. Caution is on.
And Joey Logano gets the nod at the line. Ross Chastain with some pretty bad damage as well. Kurt Busch gets lucky not to get hit again.
I think it said BJ McLeod's otherwise. Oh, that was interesting.
Bowman, why is Bowman out? Yeah, but why is Bowman like a lap down? Did he have those unhappy?
Oh, yeah. Problems with the 48.
Clearly run with the 48 here. here they come back to the restart zone. Chase Elliott leads the field back to green here in Atlanta. So far, relatively smooth racing. Obviously, the incident on lap 1, not what you want to see, but it was just a case of the field stacking up. Elliott gets away now here in Atlanta. Sorry. Anyways, through 3 and 4. Elliott gonna lead on the restart here. Here comes Justin Haley, 3 wide for P number 2. These guys have been very aggressive with the racing, but aggressive and clean. As I say that, though, Corey LaJoie hits the fence. He keeps everything dandy, though. No issue beyond that, but it's still side by side. For second, Haley is now going to clear for that position. And Elliott's going to continue to lead here in Atlanta. Four wide nearly in turns 1 and 2. I think Joey Logano got put in the wall because of it. Eric Jones has been in the wall off two laps in a row now, I believe. Now Martin Truex Jr.'s made it up to P number 2, but they're 3 wide again. Nope, back to 2 wide. Here comes Cody Ware. He's going to be the one to make it 3 wide as they head into the corner. The Joy gets a little bit loose on the bottom, but they're going to gather back open. That's Martin Truex Jr. now on the wall. That's Corey LaJoie on the wall again, too. So these guys on the Highline are having a bit of an issue keeping it out of the wall, and as I say that, there goes Brad Keselowski in the fence. Doesn't lose a lot of time, but you just put your car in the wall and knock some paint off, I guess. But Case Briscoe goes up the middle here. Here comes Josh Berry sending it. Cody Ware's in the fence. They're going to be 4 wide almost off the corner. But they're keeping it clean and green here. Oh, but LaJoie blocked. Or not LaJoie, excuse me. Cody Ware blocked going down the straightaway. Briscoe wall riding now, trying to gain some speed from doing that. Doesn't do anything. As the battle for second continues to rage on, as Chase Elliott leads out front here in Atlanta. Here comes BJ McLeod on the bottom, and there's Greg Biffle right behind him. Barry in the fence, Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski. Oh, we got trouble in the back straightaway. One car goes around. Oh, right back up into the pack, a big one. At least 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 cars involved. Austin Cindric, Kyle Busch, David Reagan gets collected. William Byron's in it.
Not what you want to see. Oh, man. A lot of torn up race cars.
Start on the back straightaway.
Harrison Burton and Bubba Wallace made contact.
So Keselowski's in the wall, and then Burton's trying to avoid it, gets in. Oh. And then Michael McDowell, no brakes on that car. Nothing he can do. He's just trying to gather it in, and they're still wrecking up ahead of him. So a pretty big crash here between, that's Ty Dillon right there.
That Chase
Noah Gragson.
made a save down the back while everything was happening? Or was it no, it was the 41. It was the 41. He almost lost it. Kind of held it together.
Oh, yeah. He gathers it back in. Oh, and he wasn't far ahead of the crash. But he's good. Oh, and then we see the incident between Ty Dillon there. He got turned. No, just nowhere to go for these guys. You can't turn that far down on the apron. You just kind of have to hope you can slam the brakes and get by it. And some of these guys just couldn't. Unfortunate for those smaller teams, though. Yeah, I think Austin Dillon, his very own brother, turns him, and he has it clear, and his brother just turns him. He lets him know who the bigger brother is, and just turns his brother. So Ty Dillon gets wrecked out by Austin Dillon, and Kyle Busch, you can't turn, has nothing he can do, and just slams into him. So these guys right at the race. And BJ McLeod leads in Atlanta.
It's not the first time we've seen this 78 car out front.
31 cars remain in the race. 2 of them are 1 lap down, though. Fastest lap belongs to Chris Buescher, thus to this point. And he actually got through that wreck on the high line, so he was one of the few people that were able to avoid it. Now the pace car pulls in. BJ McLeod will lead him back to the green. The green flag waves in the restart zone. He gets to launch, but here comes Chase Elliott looking outside. Maybe not the move you want to make, or maybe Elliott's trying to drop to the back here knowing how this racing's been, but I don't think so. He's side by side with him, but not going to be able to get any run. And here comes Eric Almirola now to look for the lead, but he's going to have to get by BJ McLeod first, too. We don't see BJ up front of the line. This is kind of a new contender here in this plate style of racing up front, but here comes Eric Almirola, not going to make it easy on him. And now Barry might look to the inside of Almirola. That is not going to be the case. Yes, it is. 4 wide for the lead into turns 1 and 2. The leaders. Oh, trouble. Oh, big crash. Oh. Justin Haley was going for the lead. Oh, Daniel Suarez up and over. Another big one. A lot of cars are going to come flying around on the high line there. That's at least half the field. What a crash. BJ McLeod, a guy who's not used to being up front, puts it in the wall. Elliott has nowhere to go, clips him, and everyone gets taken out. A majority of the field involved, they just pile in on the bottom. Nowhere for anyone to go. And a lot more cars are now here with damage, including some big up front contenders, including Chase Elliott. Oh, I think Suarez got hit again toward the end of that. Yeah, definitely. He gets hit. Oh my goodness. By Brad Keselowski. A big crash here at Atlanta. I am in awe. I mean, I can't believe these guys start, but I mean, it wasn't even 4 wide that caused the wreck. It was BJ McLeod's incompetence and putting himself in the wall. Not really incompetence. He just couldn't keep it out of the wall. It's pretty tight. And then it just piles in. Elliott gets airborne. Daniel Suarez up and over. What a wreck, though. Yep, Chase Elliott definitely out of the race after that one. That's going to take out a lot of our big names. Bruh. And Jacques Villeneuve leads in Atlanta.
That's not something.
David Reagan lapped down, but he is in this main pack. I don't believe Ryan Blaney's on the lead lap either. Neither is Kyle Larson. So the first place is Jacques Villeneuve. He's the leader. But then it's Josh Berry in P2, and then behind them it's Chris Buescher, not David Reagan, excuse me, Tyler Reddick, Joey Logano, and then Greg Biffle. So a lot of slower cars up to the front now, and Villeneuve gets a jump. We're going to look back at the battle for third and see how far back these guys are. Yeah, so everyone's going to... Oh, we got a caution out already. Another big crash into turns 1 and 2. The rest of the field involved. Yep, they are. Oh, no, it was ahead of this.
Oh.
I think it was indeed with the lap cars, though. No, it was just a case of racing, yeah. So, Chris Buescher? Oh, it was to do with the lap cars. They were trying to avoid it. Here's from the restart. So, these guys, okay, so Larson and everyone, they have to get by these lap cars. And then Reagan, Tyler Reddick just turns and... Greg Biffle was able to avoid it, luckily for him, but then there's nowhere to go for a lot of these guys. So another big crash ensues. Camden Murphy involved. Cole Custer again. Denny Hamlin involved this time. Not going to be many cars left by the end of this race. Fortunately, this isn't like Las Vegas where it's not plate style. but Villeneuve continues to lead here in Atlanta. So this is one interesting race so far. Nobody, yeah, no way. So Barry leads over Villeneuve, but Blaney out front. He is one lap down, unfortunately, for Blaney. Wait, actually, he might not be anymore. He definitely got one lap back. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He wouldn't have had time to get the lap back. So we got a good portion of this race left, and a lot of cars have been taken out here. We haven't had any minor wrecks. All of these wrecks have taken out numerous cars, and green flag is back out in the air. Josh Berry leading over Jacques Villeneuve and Tyler Reddick, who was just involved in that last incident, actually. Not directly, but it was involved, and I don't think Blaney is slow, by no means, so there's a chance that Blaney could get his lap back, but there's not going to be many cars in the main pack anymore, so. Yeah, a lot of slower cars left in this race, but here comes Reddick. He wants to lead from Josh Berry, and he's going to go for it. To the inside. Now here comes Greg Biffle as well. So Biffle looking to the inside of Reddick. Greg Biffle, who hasn't won a cup race since 2013. That's been almost 10 years ago at this point. He hasn't led a cup race in a while either. But now he's gonna get forced up the track by Jacques Villeneuve, who's gonna look back for second. But Tyler Reddick is in the lead. He won the Wreckfest at Las Vegas, had virtually no competition other than a damaged Ryan Preece who couldn't do anything. Excuse me, the 15 is Ryan Preece. I've been calling him David Reagan this whole race. Pretty sure that's Ryan Preece, right? Oh, it's David Reagan in this race. Okay. So now Villeneuve looking back for the lead again. And the 77 of Josh Berry looking to the inside of these guys, and here comes Joey Logano to look for it. Austin Dillon, who wiped out his own brother earlier, he's trying to run down the field. A crazy race so far. Oh, Reddick might put it in the wall here on accident. Oh man, there's no way we're gonna do it again. Just the rest of the field, and they're going to do it again, and there goes Logano and Biffle, and the rest of the field! Leaders on the rest!
No! Logano just got the race! Oh!
Wrecking!
Toyota teammates!
Every leader in this race has now officially gotten damage! This is unbelievable!
This is
Joey Logano!
Race to lose. What in the world? You gotta feel bad for Greg Biffle.
Nowhere.
Greg Biffle, Jacques Villeneuve. Oh, man.
4 wide going into 1 again. I don't think Biffle realized they were 4 wide. I don't think Logano realized Biffle was to the inside. And I think, hold on, let's look back at Logano when we get a chance. Don't do it yet. Oh, and then, yeah, Hamlin slams the... I don't think Logano has any damage. I don't think Logano got any damage from any of that.
And fans are going to look at this and say this is typical Joey Logano.
Yeah, he saved it. He kept it out of the wall. Villeneuve might be okay, too, though. And Dillon's definitely fine. So we'll have to see. Martin Truex Jr. definitely took a hard hit. He had already started wrecking before then, though. So. Oh, he hit Biffle and then it's slammed by his Toyota teammate, Denny Hamlin. Another big crash here among basically all the leaders. I have virtually no words about this race now. Austin Dillon leads. Joey Logano back in ninth. So this is interesting. A lot of slower cars up front. Austin Dillon probably one of the only undamaged cars in this race. There's going to be 29 laps to go here on this restart. This is Joey Logano, Austin Dillon, or maybe Jacques Villeneuve's race to win.
Is that
Hard to say, though.
Murphy in 6th?
That is Camden Murphy in 6th. He was involved in one of the wrecks. He doesn't have a front of the car, but he still has some fight left in him, per se. It looks like Chase Briscoe has a decent amount of speed, so he doesn't look too terrible. He has damage, though, so it's going to be hard to say. So this is going to turn into basically your regular mile-and-a-half race now, because there's not enough cars, really, to have a pack. I say that, there's a big pack in the back, so who knows? Hard to say here. It's been something else for the race here. So Dillon leads. I don't know how entertaining the rest of this race will be, but we're going to have to see. It's been pretty entertaining so far, but with the majority of the field wiped out, I don't really know how this is going to go. But the battle is now for second. Oh, no, excuse me. The battle is not for second, but Logano and Villeneuve are both charging through the field, trying to get back up front. So these guys still have intact cars, although Logano and Villeneuve were involved in the wreck. Oh boy. Could happen again. Oh, and Briscoe a little wide. He might get the fence here. Yep, he's in the fence. So Briscoe's in the fence. And now our big three, our three remaining competitors. Dillon, who we thought might have the fastest car, is not. He's going to get passed here by Joey Logano. So coming off turn number 4, Logano is going to beat Dillon to the line that time. We have 26 laps to go. Here comes Villeneuve, though. Villeneuve looking to the inside of Joey Logano. This would be something else if Jacques Villeneuve won this race. But here comes Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch might be alright. He doesn't look like he has too bad of damage. He can still fight for this race. Dillon... Jacques Villeneuve has said if they win this race, or the team in general said if he wins this race, they will go full time, because if you win, you're automatically in. You're eligible for the playoffs, and you'll be eligible for next season's Clash. So Villeneuve wants to be in, and he is pulling away from Joey Logano and Austin Dillon here. So Villeneuve looking to extend his gap, which he's not doing a bad job at, because Dillon is really holding up Joey Logano now.
Villeneuve has a long list of accolades, and if he can add a NASCAR race win and possibly a championship onto that,
yeah, anything possible here with the door wide open for a team like him here at Atlanta, but it would be insane if Villeneuve could get to victory lane. We're coming to, what, 23 laps to go? 22 laps to go. Something like that. Yeah, coming to 22 laps to go. So, yeah, Villeneuve continuing to lead with... I would say Dillon's speed isn't quite as good as these top three, or the top two, excuse me, because I believe Logano is a bit faster even on the outside line. Dillon's just trying to hang on, or maybe it's because there's not enough cars in a draft, really. If Larson could get his lap back, he might have some speed, but not really. But Villeneuve continues to lead, though, and Dillon is trying everything he can to beat Logano. But Villeneuve continues to lead. Now 21 laps to go here in Atlanta. Villeneuve continuing to lead. We have lap cars coming up. So David Reagan, stays in a lane, doesn't block the leaders, just as lap traffic should. Kurt Busch running 4. He's trying to run down these top 3. And Murphy, who is... he's not a lap down quite yet, I don't think, but not inside the top 10 anymore. 2 damage of a car, but either way, it's going to be a good finish in his debut on the season. Here comes Joey Logano, though, looking to the inside of Villeneuve. Villeneuve will now block. And Logano can't quite get to the inside. He's going to here, I believe. And not quite yet. Villeneuve stays in front. There's not really any help, so you really can't get to the inside of a car and hang on. And now it looks like Murphy, which line will he take? Oh, they're going to split him, so no issue for Logano or Villeneuve here. So Logano looking to get his lead back now. He's going to maybe clear Villeneuve. No, Villeneuve gets a run off the corner, and it is going to be Villeneuve leading that lap. So Villeneuve managing to hang on to the lead against Joey Logano. Oh, but he's a little bit wide. He's going to keep it out of the fence, but now Austin Dillon came to push Logano to the lead. And now the same thing that happened to Logano is likely going to happen to Villeneuve. But I don't know, though. Here comes Austin Dillon looking back for the lead here. He's got the run. He's going to look for the lead against Joey Logano. And now Villeneuve's going to look back for P2 on Austin Dillon. Either way, no matter where this team finishes for Villeneuve, it's a phenomenal finish for these guys. But he's going to look back to the inside now. So here comes Villeneuve looking for P number 2. And it's actually... Oh, Dillon in the wall. So that's kind of a big deal. And now Villeneuve's going to have to try and run down Joey Logano by himself. Villeneuve, the underfunded team, not going to be easy. They're coming to 15 laps to go here in Atlanta on the newly repaved Atlanta Motor Speedway. So, if Villeneuve can do it, not only will he be the first winner on this new configuration of Atlanta Motor Speedway, he's looking back to the inside of Logano now, trying to make the move for the lead, but he will also lock himself into the playoffs, which we've said already, but we're just reinstating that this is huge for this team. If they can win this race, it'd be huge. Full time, he has a chance to add a NASCAR championship to his long list of already done accolades. Talking about Jacques Villeneuve here. He's going to use possibly Eric Almirola as a pick, and it's going to cost him big time. He loses a few tenths as they head into 1, and he's going to be side by side with another car. Austin Dillon trying to send it, can't get there. He's into the wall off too. And Villeneuve are going to have to continue to try and run down Joey Logano. This is looking now very similar to Las Vegas, except there's 3, I'd say 2.5 competitive cars, because Dillon just isn't really quite as fast as these top 2. Oh, we got a caution. Josh Berry, who already was a little bit damaged, just trying to finish the race out. What was that? Oh, tempers maybe. Briscoe dumped him, and a few more cars get involved. For as little amount of cars as we got left, I would honestly consider that a pretty big crash. Not a big one, obviously, but for the amount of cars we got left, it involved a few cars, including Brad Keselowski and then Josh Berry, who another unfortunate collectee in this one. But this is going to change some more. I think Reddick was trying to pit, get down low. I don't think Briscoe intended on turning him, but I think Reddick thought he was clear and just tried to get down, but couldn't. And now Reddick is out of the race, so either way, it's still not going to be a terrible finish for these guys. But Joey Logano leads over Jacques Villeneuve. And now Austin Dillon, Kurt Busch out front here over a long list of lap cars. This could be bad. Well, we're going to come back to the green flag here. We're going to have less than 10 laps to go. I believe we're going to be at 7 laps to go. Yeah, 8 laps to go. Excuse me. 8 laps to go here at Atlanta. And Austin Dillon, your leader, over Kurt Busch and Joey Logano. Green flag flies once again. Dillon goes to the outside of the lap traffic. Not really much you can do here. Same thing happened a few restarts ago, and now they've just got to try and hang on. They've got to get through this lap traffic. Now, Joey Logano already looking to the outside of Kurt Busch. Will Logano look to the outside of Dillon? No, he won't. He's going to look to the inside. Villeneuve's going to just follow Logano. Going to push Chris Buescher by. Now, Buescher. Oh! Larson nearly gets turned. Here comes Villeneuve. Villeneuve wants the lead back. As they head into one, the lap traffic still pretty slow for Austin Dillon. This is devastating for Dillon if he wants to try and win this race. But now Villeneuve clear out front. It's a battle for third between Kurt Busch and Austin Dillon, but Jacques Villeneuve out front here at Atlanta, coming to 6 laps to go. Can he hang on? Villeneuve has to do everything he can to make sure he wins this race. He needs to win it. This is huge for this team. He's got the chance. He's out front here with Logano, who barely is going to have any help when it comes to drafting here in Atlanta. But now, Logano trying to close, only about a car length back. Coming to 5 laps to go here at Atlanta. This is huge for Villeneuve. 5 laps to go at the line right there. Logano doesn't really have a run. Villeneuve gonna run that middle line again, middle to high line, trying to make sure Logano doesn't get a run on him. Logano closes it in to about a half a car length now. Logano trying to do anything he can. He wants to win. It's going to be Villeneuve and Logano. This show has come down to these two drivers, the 27 and the 22. 4 laps to go, a car length and a half for Jacques Villeneuve as they go through 1 and 2 now. Villeneuve trying to stretch the lead a little bit. The draft's going to be huge for Joey Logano. He needs to stay right there. If he gets loose, one mistake that could put him further out of the draft could cost him a lot. It's now about 2 car lengths as they go through 3 and 4. 3 laps to go here for Jacques Villeneuve. He's doing everything he can, driving the wheels off of that car to make sure he wins here in Atlanta. His chance to change or add to them accolades that he already has. Villeneuve through 1 and 2. 2.5 laps to go as they head down the backstretch. Logano not really got big enough of a run yet. Trying to manage something. He is now about 2.5 car lengths back. Logano losing time to Jacques Villeneuve at the stripe. There will be 2 laps to go here in Atlanta. Villeneuve continues to lead, almost 3 car lengths now as they head to 1 and 2. Villeneuve doing everything he needs to do, running a near perfect race here at the end to hang on here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Down the backstretch, there is a lap car. This could be huge. I don't know if the lap car will come into play, but it's going to be close. It's a very slow David Reagan. It's altering Villeneuve's line as he goes to the outside of David Reagan. 1 to go here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Can Logano get the run or not? We're going to have to find out. Down the backstretch for the final time, Villeneuve leads. He's a little bit slower than Logano on corner exit. Can Logano get there? He's about 2 car lengths back. Logano's going to have to send it in. It's not going to be enough. Off of turn 4 for the final time. Jacques Villeneuve, first career win in NASCAR, and he adds to the long list of accolades at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Wow, unbelievable. We come to a new configuration, and Jacques Villeneuve gets it done at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
That is not something I ever expected.
It's fun. That's the most fun I've had commentating one of these races. Your top 5: Villeneuve, Logano, Briscoe, Kurt Busch, and Austin Dillon. I did not notice that Briscoe snuck up and got a podium. Pretty impressive on his part. Murphy gets 11th, still a top 15 day for that debut. And Josh Berry ends up 14th, the first car out of the race. And he still gets a top 15. So overall, good race, but a lot of wrecked cars.
Oh boy.